Good morning, doctor. Today, I'll be explaining about verbal and nonverbal cues as well as the principal communications found in this video on behalf of Group 16. This is a short video clip from series called Chicago Med that shows how anti-vax exposure can kill a baby. First, we will look at verbal and nonverbal cues in the video.
Dr. Manning? Yes. A couple of weeks.
Patients and was calling to the doctor to clarify her doubt regarding the possibility on how the disease might transmit to the baby. The doctor immediately turned behind the face the woman and had an eye contact as soon as she heard her name being called by someone. These nonverbal cues from the doctor shows that she's paying attention to what the patient aunt has to say.
Months ago, we visited my sister and the baby, and my son, Ben, he had a little bit of a cold.
The doctor was breaking her eye contact with the patient's aunt for a brief moment and crossed her arm. This indicated the doctor was not interested to message the woman was trying to convey.
Cold. That couldn't cause this, right? The whooping cough?
No, not if it was just a cold.
The doctor was shaking her head as a sign of disagreement and continued saying no while nodding her head, which is indeed a sign of agreement. These conflict head movements can confuse the woman.
A mild case of whooping cough can present as a cold, but I'm assuming that your son is vaccinated?
The patient's aunt broke her eye contact with the doctor and sick as a sign of disappointment, which conveys that her son was not vaccinated.
Wendy?
He isn't.
Then yes, your sister's baby could have caught this from your son.
Oh my God.
Has your son had any of his childhood inoculation?
The doctor was trying to confirm whether the woman's son had any inclusion before while shaking her head. This expressed the doctor couldn't believe that what she was hearing and was annoyed at the patient's aunt for not vaccinating her son.
No, my husband doesn't believe in it.
Great, I'll take care of it.
Like this guy?
Excuse me? Can I talk to you?
Yeah.
So your wife tells me that Ben hasn't had any of his childhood vaccinations?
Oh God, here we go. Really, you had to tell her? You know how these people think.
The doctor had a strong eye contact with the patient's uncle and was standing in a firm posture even when the patient's uncle looked away. This shows the doctor wanted to convey her message clearly and she was expecting him to give an answer.
Honey,
Yeah, I had to tell her.
if you notice, Doctor, our son is doing just fine.
Yeah, maybe he's just fine.
We can see the doctor started to raise her voice. This shows that from the point onwards, she has started to get angry.
But your niece is in there with whooping cough, most likely because of him. Because of you.
You don't know that.
That baby is suffering horribly. She could die. Aaron!
Look, I'm sorry, but I have to do what I think is right. I have to protect my son.
Oh, you think you're protecting him? Do you have any idea how dangerous an ED is for a child without immunity? Do not assume that there aren't more idiots like you out there.
Excuse me.
And who knows what these kids might have? Measles, mumps, polio? Get your son out of here.
We can notice that the doctor started to emphasize her words with expression and hand gestures. She had furrowed eyebrows throughout the conversation and emphasized her words such as, "Your niece is in there because of you," and "Get your son out of there," with a rough tone.
I'm serious. Get your son out of here now.
Ben, come on, let's go.
Dad.
Now, come on. Let's go.
I'm staying with Lauren.
Wendy.
In
Honey,
this
go with your
scene,
dad, okay?
we can see that the woman made eye contact with her son and spoke in reassuring manner to show her son that everything will be okay, despite of the current situation, and to make him to feel safe.
Okay, I'll be home as soon as I can.
Good.
From this scene, we can notice that the doctor didn't maintain the mutual respect between patients and doctor. Even though the patient's uncle said sorry and was trying to explain his point, the doctor screamed at him and used the word idiot for not vaccinating his son. Instead of educating him on how dangerous it is to not vaccinate the children, she lashed out to him in anger. The doctor wasn't dealing the situation professionally. She should handle it calmly instead of creating a ruckus. He should be more compassionate and educate the man on the importance of vaccination. The doctor should have appreciated the woman's transparency in disclosing the information and deal it more calmly. In a nutshell, this video creates an awareness to the community on how important of the vaccination for one's own immunity. This video also shows that the importance of verbal and non-verbal communication in conveying our messages and how it is perceived by others. Moreover, there are few principles of communication in which doctor should have followed in all situations and not to act according to her emotions. Communication is the key to solve all the problems and to deal with all the situations. A good communication skills will have changed the whole situation. Thank you.